Wayne Gretzky holds some of the most unbreakable records in the NHL. He ranks number 1 in career points, assists, and in goals with 2,857 points, 1,963 assists, and 894 goals. On March 29, 1999, Wayne Gretzky scored his final NHL goal, putting him at a total of 894, which is 93 ahead of Gordie Howe, who was in second place, and 25 years later, this record still stands. Gretzky's generational scoring talent and longevity is the reason why this record seems to be so unbreakable. The best way to visualize the value of longevity with scoring talent is this chart, where goals per game is on the y-axis and total games played is on the x-axis. The further up a player is, the more talented of a goal scorer they were. The further right a player is, shows their impressive longevity in the NHL. Jaromir Jagr, Mark Messier, and Gordie Howe all played over 1,700 games, which is insane, but they were below the 0.5 goals per game mark. Brett Hull, Phil Esposito, and Marcel Dion were so close with around 1,300 games played with a 0.55 goals per game average. Mike Bossy and Mario Lemieux averaged around 0.75 goals per game, which is way higher than Wayne Gretzky, and it's also the highest mark in the NHL. But unfortunately, due to health problems, neither of them were able to play more than 1,000 games. They are prime examples why longevity matters in breaking these records. Wayne Gretzky's 1,487 games played and a 0.6 goals per game average is the reason why he has an NHL goals record for a better part of 25 years. So it seems like the sweet spot for the record is around 1,500 games played with an average of 0.6 goals per game. No one in the NHL has sat in this circle other than Gretzky. Therefore, no one had both the longevity and the generational goal scoring ability like Wayne Gretzky did. Until Alexander Ovechkin showed up and completely blew apart the idea that Wayne Gretzky's goals record was deemed as unbreakable and is so close to putting a stamp on becoming the greatest NHL goal scorer ever.
Listen, it's not a question of if he's going to break the record, it's a question of when is he going to break the record.
But no, look, he's just trying to find a seam and know that, hey, I'm going to try to force it to him if he's open.
Here is Ovechkin, shoots, he scores! He scores! Number 895!
As each year progressed in Ovi's career, catching Gretzky became a bigger storyline, but the actual chase itself began on October 5, 2005. Ovechkin scored his first 2 NHL goals in his first NHL game versus Columbus and has not looked back since. He finished his rookie season with 52 goals and won the Calder Trophy, just beating this young kid who did not turn out too bad himself. Ovi's 52 goals in his rookie year puts him 3rd all-time in single-season rookie scoring in NHL history. This was only the start of something incredible because year after year after year, he just kept on scoring goals after goals. His continued dominance led to many goal-scoring records. He has the most Rocket Richard trophies won by any player. He has never had a season where he has scored less than 20 goals. He has the most 30-goal seasons, the most 40-goal seasons, and tied with the most 50-goal seasons as well. The 2020 and 2021 season was the only year he scored less than 30, and that is because of the shortened season due to the pandemic. But if he played a full 82 games that year, he would have been on pace for 43 goals. But the longevity Ovechkin has showed is the reason why he is this generational talent. Him being consistently available for his team is the reason why he has so many goal-scoring records. In his 20-year career, he has only missed 75 games and counting, which includes his current injury. It felt like the only thing keeping him off the ice was sleeping in for practice. And every season, no matter if he looks like a young kid or a grandpa, he is always involved amongst the top goal scorers in the NHL. His generational talent plus his longevity is what led to his greatness, hence why he is the Great 8.
He's the greatest goal scorer of all time, and one of the greatest to ever play the game. That's what will be said about him whenever he decides.
A record is always deemed as a personal accomplishment, but in actuality, the Grade 8's chase has brought so much success to the Washington Capitals. Before OV, the Capitals made the playoffs 18 times in 30 seasons, which is actually really good. But with Alexander Ovechkin, the Capitals made the playoffs 15 times in 19 seasons and are looking to make it 16 for 20 this year. Even with this impact, Alex Ovechkin was missing the thing he needed most.
It's like the same in basketball, right? The championships matter. You need to get a Stanley Cup. And I don't think, hockey talks about it as much as, basketball or football, American football, but you need those championships.
It's as simple as this. We won't be talking about Alexander Ovechkin's greatness if he wasn't able to accomplish what he did in 2018, which is win the first and only Stanley Cup in Capitals history. He was finally able to get this off his chest.
Before the year, I said, we're not gonna be fucking sucked this year. We're the Stanley Cup champions! Yeah!
It's clear that Ovechkin's elite goal-scoring talent has led the Washington Capitals to so much success. Therefore, the Capitals need Alexander Ovechkin to break this record to be successful. But that actually is not the case anymore, because in the past 2 seasons, 2 of the biggest things us fans were afraid of happened. Father time, a term in sports where an athlete's age finally catches up to them and they start looking like a shell of their former self. Last season was the first time we saw Alex Ovechkin look like a shadow of his former self. So I'm asking you this, is Father Time undefeated?
Yes, it'll forever be undefeated. Eventually someone will slow down. It just depends on different from each athlete. And the guy, that prime example for me is LeBron James, with his athleticism still showing that he's a top 10 NBA player at times this season as well. Ronaldo, Messi's winning, the Copa America as of recently and all that stuff too. Brady comes back and wins a Super Bowl at age 40 something.
Alex Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby is also on that list as well. But when we look at it last year, first 43 games, Ovi only scored 8 goals, marking the first time we ever witnessed our favorite player struggle to score. Was a non-factor in the playoffs. He had that stretch in the second half of the season, but overall, heading into the offseason, a genuine cause for concern that he might not break the record. And from the Capitals' perspective, they were concerned because the man that gave him so much success the last 19 years is struggling. But they addressed that. They added many offseason moves. They already had the coach in Carberry, but they added Mangiapane. They added Thompson for to make a solid goaltending duo. They're taking a flyer on Pierre-Luc Dubois. Overall, when you're looking at it, they wanted to help Ovechkin as much as he can because Ovechkin can't carry the load anymore. And it worked because obviously Ovechkin came into proper shape this season. 18 games played, 15 goals. The Capitals are looking good. His sports system's looking good. But the second thing that we feared as fans happened, which Alexander Ovechkin dealt with his first major injury at the age of 39.
But to that point, Ovechkin obviously came in this year prepped, and also that helps with, like you said, the supporting cast, right? Dylan Strome now in his 3rd year, kind of filling the Backstrom role. Obviously having a career once again, has a shout for All-Star even right this year. Connor McMichael, the 2019 first round pick they had, has stepped up and has 16 goals already, again on a career year. Protas already matched his points from last season. John Carlson from the back end is showing why he's still underrated. They added a guy like Jacob Chychrun to help provide offense from the defensive side of things as well. They add a guy like Brandon Duhaime to help them defensively, because that's where we were concerned for them in the offseason. And guess what? They're top 5 in goals against per game. But a lot of that helps with a goaltending duo who is above 900 with Lindgren and Thompson as well.
The issue was that was all with Ovechkin. But with Ovechkin going down, with the rate he was playing,
these guys stepped up even more.
That's the thing. Will these guys step up? And the answer is
yes.
Astounding yes, because I believe they only have 3 losses in the 14 games they missed. They have stepped up. They have elevated their games. And within the roster and the external factors as well, the pieces they add in the offseason have all helped with that. Ovechkin hitting 895 will go down as one of the most iconic sports moments in history. But it's what will happen soon after that will make us all a little bit upset.
A year lockout, half a year lockout, COVID, another bubble season as well. So he could have obviously had the record at this point, but I honestly thought he would have broken the record this year, the pace he was going on, because I just felt like he wanted to retire after this year. At least go back to Russia and play in the KHL or something. Yeah. Do you believe that was the case?
Do I feel like he wants to drink Bud Light and retire? 100% he wants to do that. Right after the game, he got injured, guys. He was up courtside at the Wizards game.
Yeah.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah, he's just chilling, man. Like, I think... I obviously don't know him, but that seems to be the vibe. Like, he just kind of want to get it done, maybe hit 900 goals and then call it a career, right?
Yeah.
Retirement is imminent because the man himself said it.
Do you ever find yourself thinking about what if that happens?
and you become the game's all-time leading scorer.
You're probably never going to see me on the ice again.
Instant retirement.
Yeah, right away. See ya.
Ovechkin's legendary career is getting close to being over. He is a generational talent, and he's not the only one. Ovi elongated his prime into his late 30s, and he was not the only one. He has shown impressive longevity playing up to the age of 40, and he is not the only one. Alex Ovechkin has delayed Father Time, and he's not the only one. Alexander Ovechkin is one of the GOATs of our generation. And did I forget to mention, he is not the only one.